Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Or if you're from the future, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tom Shope and I'm from Kansas City, Kansas. I currently reside in Topeka, Kansas, and I started this channel as a way to share my experiences about mental illness in the hope that it might really help those in the mental health community. If you're someone who either suffers from a mental illness, knows someone who suffers from a mental illness, or work in the mental health field, then this video is for you. And I hope you will get some information and value from this video that you didn't have before. To begin, back in the summer of 2016, I was diagnosed with what is called unspecified schizophrenia, which meant that I saw things that weren't really there, I heard voices, I had delusions of grandeur, and lapses in my memory. The first symptom to really show itself was the delusions of grandeur. I would begin to think I was so much more smarter than I really was. I wanted to review the universe and all that was in it. I wrote up a crazy review script that makes no sense to me now. I wanted to measure the value of love. All of these things that just weren't possible to do, and it made perfect sense to me at the time. The main symptom that I was struggling with from the summer of 2016 to the winter of 2017 were the voices. What might interest or scare some of you is that my voices took on very specific personalities. There were three: God, Satan, and death. The God voice started out as a female goddess, and I would have very sexual experiences with this voice in its attempt to seduce me. She would tell me things like I could see into the future, that I was the smartest man alive, that I could hack reality with the words I typed in the word program, and I would believe all of it. After a while, the devil voice started talking with me, and it also took the form of a female. The two voices would talk to me about having freedom and how dangerous I was for flirting with both the good and evil sides of cosmic entities. Then finally death appealed, and death would act as a kind of referee between the God and devil voice. As the former two voices would constantly argue with each other inside my head, and there was nothing more invasive than human voices screaming inside your head and arguing with one another, not giving you any peace of mind. What really scared my parents was the fact that some of these voices bordered on the lines of split personality disorder. My mom told me that one day the devil voice took complete control of my body and my voice. Facial expressions and body language were completely different, and it was almost like I was demon possessed. This will only happen a couple of other times, but while I don't remember the first instance, I do remember the others. It was both the God voice and another voice that was based off one of my fictional characters whom I had created. There were days where I would lock myself out of my room. I would go outside with a picture of a celebrity with the hope to bring it to life so I could have sex with it. The voices would tell me that my family was going to hurt me or didn't care about me. They made me believe I was dead, in a coma machine, and all kinds of things. At first, they all took the form of women, but after a couple of weeks, they would all take the form of males. The God and Satan voice would argue about everything, and death would kind of tell them to basically shut up and stop arguing. One day, I would wander off and get lost in the city, and the God voice would try to tell me to jump in front of a car because that would help me wake up safe and sound in my bed. This was the only time the voices really tried to make me harm myself, and by the grace of the real God, I refused and did not do it. The last thing I remember was being picked up by firefighters and being so gone it was like I was high on drugs. I didn't even realize that I had removed all my clothing and was completely naked. The next thing I was told, which I don't remember, is that I told them to call my Aunt Wanda, which was the only number I knew from memory. And she called my parents so they could come pick me up. They did a drug test on me, and once they saw that I was clean, they were just going to send me back home in a cab, but my parents got to me first. Now, the sad fact is that during an outing with my brother, I will once again wander off and commit a crime that would get me sent to jail, which is where everything went to hell for me because you can't imagine what it's like to be in jail while human voices screaming in your head and suffering from delusions. But eventually, they would help me find the right medication that made the voices go from 3 to 2 to 1. And in the end, even the God voice would become more helpful, telling me to be patient and take care of myself, as I would imagine the real God would do, until finally I didn't hear any voices. And I haven't heard a voice nor suffer from the symptom of mental illness since January 25th, 2017. 8 years out of January of this year. I know not everyone is as blessed as I am when it comes to such a recovery, but I am eternally thankful for the doctors at Wyandotte County Detention Center who got me on a group of meds that just works. And I continue to take those meds even to this day to keep the voices away and maintain my mental health. If there is one thing I like people to learn from my story, it's that there is always light at the end of the tunnel. No matter what you've been through or how dark the world is, days are always darker before the dawn. You can overcome your mental illness, not by sheer force of will or anything like that, but by proper medication, therapy, and finding the right sources to help you. If you're suffering from symptoms of any kind of mental illness, don't be afraid to get help, to seek guidance and counseling. It isn't always easy, is what at the end. Take it from me, you do not want to wait till you end up behind a shell cell. Get help now. I want to thank you all for taking the time to hear my story. I hope it inspired and helped many of you who are looking for this type of content. And I will see you next time.